health and fertility lawyer, and in this video, I want to answer the question, what happens after the surrogacy contract is signed? So in Ontario, Canada, after the surrogacy agreement is signed by the intended parent or parents and the surrogate, what comes next? So the next step is what lawyers refer to as a clearance letter. That is a letter that is drafted usually by the lawyer for the intended parents that gets sent to the fertility clinic. Most of the time, the letter essentially says the parties have received legal advice, they've signed the contract, and now the embryo transfer can proceed. It's typically just 1 page in length. Most of the time, fertility clinics don't seem to need a copy of the surrogacy agreement. So if they're not asking for it, we are generally not sending it in order to really respect the privacy of the parties that signed this often very confidential agreement. So a clearance letter is sent. The clinic then knows that they can proceed with the embryo transfer, and after that point, lawyers are not needed for the majority of the process, at least at the contract stage. That kind of ties it all up with a bow, and then later on, maybe the intended parents might need a lawyer to assist with writing a letter to the hospital at the later stage of the pregnancy, or paperwork after the birth, or going to the court after the birth, depending where the baby is born. So there might be some other legal services, but for the most part, in the contract stage of things, the clearance letter is that final task that the lawyer will do for the clients to conclude the surrogacy agreement process. So simply put, what happens after the surrogacy contract is signed, the lawyer for the intended parents sends that clearance letter to the clinic, so the clinic knows the contract has been signed and they can move ahead with the next medical steps. So that's it for this video. I hope you learned something new, and I'll see you in the next one.